Well, it is September the 10th, I believe, and we are heading off to Halsey, and we're going to do a little bit of a antelope hunt for one day, see if we can't round something up on a Sunday here. We don't have quite as far to go as we did with the grassland trip. That was a 7-hour trip. This is only a 2-hour trip, so. But it's 5:45 now. We got kind of a late start, but I think we'll get there right around sunup and give it a shot. I haven't been up here for a couple years, so I'm not sure what the numbers are like or anything like that. So we'll see once we get up there, and I'm gonna just go back to my old stomping grounds, and hopefully they'll be in that area that I'm familiar with. So see what happens. Stay tuned. I'm hoping all these antelope are in the middle here, trying to stay away from the public. Hopefully nobody's been venturing in here too much. It's about 2 miles in here, so I don't think there's been too many people in here. I came here on my first year hunting this area and had a really nice encounter my first day and chased that goat for the whole weekend, but had one at about 40 yards or so. But it was really windy that day, and I just decided not to take the shot. It was the last day, and I just wasn't that confident in my shooting at the time, so I skipped on him. He won't be that lucky this year, though, if I get another chance at him. Hopefully at a rut, and I will be able to see him running around somewhere today. And we'll just have to walk and keep looking. Alright, well, I just got done talking to a rancher and his boy. They live on the outskirts of the forest here, and they drove through. I saw their truck, but I had eyes on a group of antelope, and I couldn't quite make out what was all in the group, but what these guys were doing was driving around putting rye and salt out for the cows, getting ready to move them. And so they saw me when they came through, and they drove up. I was sitting up on a hill glassing, so I went down and talked to them. And it turns out the group that I saw has a beautiful buck in it they call Heart, and he's got big swooping tops that come in, and they said they've been trying to kill him for years and can't get close enough to him. So I got him kind of located here. Hopefully we can get this done today. Fingers crossed. Man upstairs, give me strength. Let's go see if we can get this done. I can't even tell you the feeling I'm having right now. I can't even put it into words. I have been hunting all day. I bumped 2 beautiful mule deer in pursuit of a giant antelope buck, and I busted both of them. I had thickets. Oh my God. I had thickets on the side of a hill by a fence line, and I was walking along, and I had the antelope out in front of me, and I looked over to that thicket pile, and I was like, God, there's got to be something in there. But the wind was blowing directly into it, and I was straight across from it, so I didn't think twice about it again. And all of a sudden, it just erupted, and I had a beautiful, like 180 mule deer come out of there. And he didn't give me one single look again. And then I had a younger one bust out after I was pulling my hair out about the bigger one. A medium-sized one popped out, and he went out about 70 yards, and I put it over his back, and he took off. My antelope took off. Make a long story short, I put another stock on the antelope, and I got within 100 yards of this buck. He was just a monster. Call him Hart. Talked to the rancher. He is one of his 2 that he's looking for this year. And I blew it. I tried to rush in too quick, but anyway. So I'm licking my wounds. Lost my binoculars out there stalking. It's been a rough day. But then I'm walking the backside of this timber line, evergreen row here, and I look through here, and I see a nice mule deer buck up on the hill. And I watched him, and I watched him, and he was just feeding, and I was trying to get to the other side. But I think he had another one in there with him. And I'm not sure, the one that I had picked out, I'm not sure if this is the one. But I finally got around out of his sight, ran up the hill, and he came out another top of a draw. And I ranged him at 70 yards. And when I shot, he wheeled, and I caught him right in the jugular. I just dropped him right in his tracks. I got him. I went over there to make sure he was down, and he was still kicking a little bit. I think I incapacitated him, but he was still. So I put another one in him, just for good measure, but let's go take a look at him. All right. Here's where I was, back in there. And that buck was up on this ridge here, feeding. and he was acting kind of funny, like there was another one in the tree line that I didn't see that might have saw me. I don't know. This is my first mule deer, and I'm not going to be picky. I tell you what, it's been a tough beginning of the season already. I mean, I have walked miles and miles and dehydrated myself. And I took this, I thought I was going to work this weekend, and I really wish my son could have been here with me. But I found out last night that we weren't working Sunday, so I just decided, instead of rearranging plans with him, I would just take off and come down here for a day. And man, that's where I was, down there. This is so bittersweet right now. I'm gonna sling my bow. Let it down here. Probably the same thing I did with my binoculars. This time I marked where I put it down at. So it should be right up here. There it is. Oh my God. You know, 70 yards over a little coulee. He was up on that hill right next to that evergreen, and I was back down over here, and I shot across this draw, and he was up on top of that hill. And when I, like I said, when I shot, he turned, wheeled, and I got him right in front of the shoulder, right in the jugular. I mean, he didn't. It dropped him. I mean, it was, that is one thing I will tell you guys, and I've preached it 1,000 times. Don't be afraid to use those heavy arrows, because I guarantee you, if I would not have had that 510, 20 grain arrow with a mechanical 2-blade wasp on the head of it, this buck would have took off running on me. But that 510 grains is like getting hit by a 30-06. I mean, it's, even if it wasn't a lethal shot, it pounded him. I mean, pounded him. Right back over there is where I was, in that little draw. And he was standing right up here on this hill. Well, here he is. He's not a giant. But, you know what? Public land mule deer are very, very hard to come by and to actually kill. And this guy gave me a fight. He wants to slide down the hill on me. Unbelievable. Now we got backing out. Still got about a mile to go to the truck. He was a tough dude, man. A tough dude. He had some character here. Like I said, he's not a giant, but I'm not going to be picky. He's a trophy in my eyes. I thank God for the opportunity to take a beautiful animal like this and get meat and memories to last a lifetime. A couple pictures of him here and be on our way. Thanks for watching, folks. What a journey. There's nothing more satisfying than knowing that you quartered an animal and took it out on your back. I mean, that is primitive stuff. I'm just glad that there's a road here and I didn't have to carry that all the way through those hills, because I probably would have ended up spending the night out there. There's no way I was going to make it back to the truck all the way with that thing on my back tonight. So that's what we got.